You know, it's funny. Have you ever really stopped to think about the words we use every single day? Sometimes the simplest ones, the ones we barely even notice, have the most amazing stories. Today, we're going to dive into one of those and uncover a really fascinating piece of language history.
So that kind of begs the question, right? What actually makes a word basic? Is it just about how often we say it? Or is there something, I don't know, deeper going on? Some kind of hidden system that gives certain words a special kind of power?
To get to the bottom of this, let's put one specific word under the microscope. It's a word you definitely know, a word you've probably used a million times, but maybe never really thought about why it's so useful. And that word is ornament.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Ornament seems pretty straightforward. But trust me, it turns out it's a very special kind of word. And we're about to unpack exactly what makes it tick.
And right off the bat, we hit our first major clue. Apparently, ornament is on the Basic English 850 list. Okay, what on earth is that? Don't worry, we are absolutely going to get there, I promise. For now, just tuck that little mysterious fact into the back of your mind. But before we get into what it means, let's just quickly touch on how it sounds, because there's a small but noticeable difference depending on where you're from. In the UK, you'll probably hear a softer sound, kind of like ornament. Over in the US, though, you really hear that R, ornament. It's a tiny detail, but it just goes to show how even these simple words travel and adapt.
All right, first things first. Let's look at ornament in the way we all know it best, as a thing, an object. You know, in grammar terms, as a noun.
And here's the crucial part of this definition. It has a singular purpose. An ornament doesn't do anything practical. Its entire job is just to add beauty. That's it. Full stop.
And this is the perfect example, right? We put ornaments on the Christmas tree. Think about it. Those shiny glass balls and all that tinsel, they don't help the tree grow. They don't hold up the branches. They're there for one reason and one reason only, to make it look festive and beautiful.
But here, this is where things get really interesting. Ornament isn't just a thing you can have, it's also something you can do. It actually works as an action, as a verb.
So as a verb, to ornament something is literally the action of decorating it. You are actively adding beauty to an object. You're performing the act of making something look better.
And here we go, the perfect parallel to our first example. Let's ornament the tree with lights. See that little shift? We're not talking about the objects anymore. We're talking about the action of putting them on the tree. And this is really where you see the power of this word, when you look at its two jobs side by side. As a noun, it's the thing. As a verb, it's the action. This dual nature, this incredible efficiency, well, that's the key to why this simple word is so special. And you know what? It behaves just like any other regular verb. It follows all the standard rules. Ornament, ornaments, ornamented, ornamenting. It's predictable and reliable, which is exactly what you want from a core, basic word. No funny business.
Okay, it is time for the big reveal. We've seen how ornament can be both a noun and a verb. So let's finally connect all this back to that mystery from the beginning, the Basic English 850.
850. Now, that is not just some random number. No way. It's the key to this entire story. It's the whole reason why a word like ornament is so darn important. So here it is. The Basic English 850 is a special, curated list of essential English words. The whole point was to create a set of words that could explain almost any complex idea in simple terms. And the words were chosen for their usefulness, for their versatility, and that's why ornament made the cut. Because it can be both a noun and a verb, it does the work of two words in one. It's an incredibly efficient piece of language. So this brings us to the big idea, the main point of this whole explainer. After picking apart this one simple word, what's the lesson? Why should any of this matter to us? Well, the takeaway is this. The real power of language isn't about having a huge vocabulary filled with fancy words. It's about mastering the simple, versatile, foundational words, the ones like ornament that can do multiple jobs. That is the bedrock of clear, effective communication. So, I'll leave you with this question to think about. Knowing that there's a small set of powerful words that can explain almost anything, what's a complex idea that you could break down and explain using just the basics? The answer might really surprise you.